started already. I haven't pulled up my questions.
So today, we're going to be answering some frequently asked questions about college in general. So this isn't going to really be about Virginia Tech. It's just going to be about college in general.
There may be like a few tiny things about it. Like,
yeah, we might like throw in some, like, or we might reference some to Tech because clearly we're at Tech and clearly we only know about Tech for the most part. So
it's mainly college in general, though.
Yeah.
What is the average class size of introductory classes? So, I guess it, like, ranges from class to class. Like, my bio class is, like, 200 and something.
Your weed out classes are usually going to be bigger. So, chemistry, bio.
APSC.
Yeah.
Those are typically going to be bigger. Like, same with my stats class. But once you, like, start moving up in college.
Or in your major.
Yeah, your classes become, like, smaller.
So
as
you get closer and taking more classes that involve just your major, then you're clearly only going to have a few students because it's just your major instead of the whole school. Because really, I think every major, most of, like, the bigger majors, not bigger majors, but there's a lot of majors here that require chemistry. So that means that almost every student has to take chem and bio. So the classes have to be larger. We look crazy. I'm over here in a sweater and you in a tank top.
I had on a sweater, but it's a little toasty, so I took it off.
So mine is how can I avoid the freshman 15? So I personally have not gotten the freshman 15, knock on wood. We have 5 weeks of school left. I don't think I can gain 15 pounds in 5 weeks. But I personally haven't gained it. I don't know about Ayana. I don't know what she wants to say. But, you want to say?
Oh. Well, our diets are, like, completely different, though. Because me, I don't eat...
Say it.
Green chickens.
I
don't eat green chickens. Which are actually, like, the...
salads.
Stop. I don't eat green chickens. But
I love salads, and I eat salads almost every day. But that, I drench it in Caesar dressing. So, really, is it healthy? Whereas she eats Chick-fil-A every day.
Not, okay.
But, I'm also not, like, a super healthy person. Like, I don't eat healthy.
Yeah. And you don't work out.
And I don't work out.
But I work out. So.
It really depends on your metabolism.
Yeah.
Or how you... Like, my weight has been the same since I started high school. Hasn't really moved up or down much.
I think I, like, gained 6 pounds, but I haven't, like, really seen it. I haven't, like, seen it in, like, my stomach or anything. Like, if anything, I feel like I've built more muscle because I've been going to the gym more, and I've been working on building muscle, so that's
And I'm not going to the gym.
Yeah.
So even if I gain 15 pounds, I still wouldn't be at the gym.
Yeah. Wait. Do my AP and SAT scores really matter for getting into college? So, I know for our school, I had my SAT scores. I had quite a few dual enrollment credits because I didn't really I'm not good at testing. So I would rather, like, opt and do DE instead of take the AP test. But, yeah, they're not, like, AP tests aren't required. Neither is, like, DE. But it, like, helps you if you're, like, trying to advance faster. Like, I don't have to take any English. I wouldn't have to take, like, any history. Like, I could opt out of certain classes if I wanted to. And SAT scores and what's the other one again? SAT and ACT scores.
You can send either one.
Yeah. And it just, like, depends on where you go to school. Like, I know more schools, they're, like, getting to the point where you don't have to have them. I'm not sure if, like, Tech is there yet, but I know, like, some of them don't. You just have to research and find out which ones do and don't.
And so, pretty much when I took my SAT and ACT, I saw which one I did better on, and I sent the one I did better on.
Yeah, I didn't take my ACT. I just took the SAT.
Well, I took them both because I'm horrible at testing. So I was like, well,
yeah.
How can I make sure my credits will transfer if I start at a community college? Well, I don't know about if you start at a community college, but I feel like it would be the same. But if you want to take, at Tech, if you want to take summer classes at a community college, you just have to fill out a form, which basically just tells the college that they have to be on the lookout for a transcript coming from the community college to say which classes you took. And then once you take the class at the community college, you just get your transcript, official transcript, sent to the registrar's office. Yeah. On campus, and then it'll be on file. So when I graduated high school, because I had dual enrollment classes also, I just sent my transcript from my community college to Tech before I even got here, and then when I got here, it was already on my college transcript. So, I mean, I guess it would be the same thing. You would just have to send your transcript. If you went beforehand, then you would also be a transfer student, so you'd have to go through transfer protocol, I guess.
Yeah. That's kind of like the same with like dual enrollment, because technically, like, I went through a community college for my dual enrollments, and they just like transferred here. So, is a gap year a good idea? Okay. So, it depends. Like, I know some people who have taken gap years, some people who just went straight into college, i.e. like us. But it just depends on, like, what you want to do in life. Like, if you're the type of person where you feel like, not, like, it's more important for you to, like, go out and explore, but, like, if you want to really have that experience, then, yes, a gap year would be a good idea. But if you just want to hurry up, get through it, and get your degree, and then get out and find a job, or go back to school, then I would recommend, like, just going straight into it. Because if you think about it, like, if you take the gap year, you're gonna, not necessarily lose information, but, like, you're not going to have as much information because you're not going directly into school. Like, you have that time period where you may, like, forget some things. Like, you never know. But if you're the type of person who likes to go out and, like, explore, and you're, like, you want to see things more, you don't have to, like, necessarily go straight into college. Like, I don't know if that's, like, making any sense. But, yeah, there's, like, upsides and downsides to each.
And also people take gap years, like, while in school. So I know someone that I graduated with. He came to school first 2 years, went to school, and then now his junior year, he took a gap year, and he went. Well, I think he took a gap semester, so he only went for the semester, and he went off, and then he'll come back and finish as if he never left. So you can take gap years or gap breaks, semesters, once you're already in school, too.
And even if you don't want to take the gap year, but you still want to, like, explore kind of, like, while you're in college, you could always, like, try to study abroad. And that's, like, basically where you go out to, like, a different country or whatever, and you can, like, learn there. Like, I know, like, I think they have a program here where you can, like, go to, like, Switzerland, which is where I want to study abroad. But you can go there, and you can go and, like, you take, like, classes there. Like, you still get credit while you're there, but you're still, like, exploring the different country.
How do I avoid the college party scene? I think the biggest, for me to answer that question, I think you have to find friends that respect both, I don't want to go out and I'm ready to turn up. You have to have that balance. Like, sometimes you're just feeling like, I don't want to go out. I want to stay home and take a nap. But then you can't, like, get mad that your friends are out because you chose to stay in. So I think being in college, you make the decision. You're your own person. You're independent. So if you don't want to go out, don't go out. Say you don't want to go out. You have to stand up for yourself and say you don't want to go out. You shouldn't feel pressured that you have to go out. Your friends definitely shouldn't be pressuring you to go out. Yeah. If you're tired, don't go out. If you're not feeling well, don't go out, because 9 times out of 10, when you do go out, you're going to feel even worse the next day. Even if, we're not 21, so we don't drink. But even if you're not drinking, still going out when you really don't want to, you're going to not be having as much fun as everyone else either way. So, my answer sort of went around, but.
Yeah, you don't necessarily, have to go out and go to parties to have fun. There's plenty of things. Blacksburg, they're kind of small, so there's not much you can do besides, going to the break zone or, going to the movies. But, bigger colleges, well, not bigger colleges, but, colleges in cities like VCU, for example, they have more stuff around, so you could go out and, do stuff there, like laser tag or whatever. Can I find a job on campus? Yes. Here, there's plenty of options. You could work in the dining services, which is what a lot of people do. Even if you don't want to work on campus, you could always we have a bus system, so you can go and look at where the bus goes, and you could see places that are near bus stops, so you could work there. Say you want to work at a mall or whatever, you would check and see if there's a bus stop that goes there, and then you could put your schedule around the bus's schedule. You don't have to technically work on campus. It would be easier to work on campus, but if you really didn't want to, then there are other options.
There's also office jobs available, TA jobs,
research jobs.
Yeah.
There are a lot of options.
You just have to, I feel to get the office jobs and the research jobs, you have to
have connections.
Yeah. To get dining service jobs, you literally just have to put your name into it. But to get those more specific jobs, you really have to know connections, because what teacher's going to want just a random student working for them? Yeah. I lost my question. Oh, how do I know which degree suits me best? So right now I'm in animal and poultry science. I came in thinking, I love animals. I want to work with all of the animals. I want to do everything. I want to be a vet. I'm going to go to vet school, and I'm going to, be able to work with every single animal on the planet. That didn't happen, because my interest changed. I came in for livestock, but now I'm planning on moving to dairy science, which is more specific. So I think that you just have to, I guess once you get through the classes, you can determine which one you like better. So if you're just taking a whole bunch of random classes, right now I'm taking a religion class and a writing class. So if I found that I really enjoyed the religion class, then I might try to move into a religion major. And also Tech has a universal studies major, which is just you're trying to look around and see which major you want to do and what suits you.
It's also completely fine to go into college undecided. I know people that are undecided and they're still trying to figure out what they want to. That's completely fine. I don't know. I just don't understand why people think you have to go into college knowing everything that you want to do for the next 10 years. You have to take time to decide what you want to do, which brings me to my next question, but I'm still talking on this question. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, you don't have to have everything planned out for you. It's okay to go off that path that you thought that you were gonna stay on. So yeah, my next question was, are activities in college important? Yes. Because you don't want to just stay in your room all day or just stay holed up in the library all day. You want to go out and do things, and it's also a good way to network and meet people. I wouldn't have met some of the people that I know now without being in some of the activities that I'm in now. And also not even just activities pledging or like joining a sorority or fraternity. Like that's also good ways to meet people, good ways to network. It just depends on like the type of person that you are, the type, what you want to do, like what you want to get involved in. But like being involved in something, I feel is pretty important.
And it also helps you so you don't feel so homesick. Because if you're in your room just sitting there, then obviously you're going to be thinking about home. You're not going to be thinking about, oh, I'm at college, like let me make the best of it. But also, so the first week I was here, I went to some activities with a group that I really had no interest in. I was just like going there for whatever. And then for the next couple weeks, I had to keep, like, once I started hanging out with Diana, once I found, like, actual stuff that I wanted to do, this group kept trying to contact me, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. So, like, only put yourself out there to stuff that you think you might want to you would enjoy your time doing. So, yeah.
My, like, first week here, well, not even, like, the first week. It was, like, the first weekend. I was here, and I was, like, hanging out with my roommate or whatever, and she was going on this, like, church camp thing or whatever, and that was, like, fine. But I was here by myself, and I just started thinking, I was like, well, I don't have any friends. I'm, like, 3.5 hours away from home. Like, I'm homesick. And I was like, well, there was this girl that I met at orientation. Let me, like, talk to her. Lo and behold, it was this one. And look where we are now. Like, you just have to put yourself out there and, like, try to talk to people.
Yeah, and when she texted me, what was I doing? Laying in my bed.
Yep. Nothing has changed.
I don't really know. I think I was on my phone probably, and she texted me. She was like, hey, you want to get lunch? And I was like,
bet.
Why not? What are some good time management strategies at college? Okay. First, do what's due first. So
first,
that I know that sounds like duh, but do what's most important. So if you have a chem assignment tonight that's due at 11:59 and a bio lab report that's due 2 weeks from now, and you do the bio lab report because it's easier,
nah,
that's not a good idea.
That 11:59, it really saves your life though. Like, I'm not even lying. 11 o'clock and 11:59, big difference. Big difference. Continue. I'm sorry.
So do the chem first, and then do the bio. My second, what's the word I'm looking for? Tip. My second tip is to take time out. So finish your chem assignment now. Take a break. Watch an episode on Netflix. Do half of your bio lab report. Take a break. Watch an episode on Netflix. Do the other half. Go clean your bathroom. Like, just take breaks in between instead of working yourself to death. And then my third would be to, I just had it in my head. It just left me.
I don't know what it was doing. I'm so sorry.
It just left me. Oh, switch it up. So, like, if you don't want to sit down and do chem for 3-4 hours, do chem for an hour and a half, do bio for an hour and a half, and then go back to chem. So, yeah.
Two more questions.
What, one me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you get help from professors outside of the classroom? Yes. Give me 1 second.
Bless you.
Thank you. The answer to that is yes. It's actually pretty easy. Like, they have office hours for you to come to, which is typically like an hour or like so a week. And then if those don't work for you, you could always like email them. And my professors at least have like always gotten back to me within the same day. Like, it's been a pretty quick response. And yeah, even like, it doesn't even have to be your professor. Like, my advisor, like, I messaged him one day and I was like, because we have to meet up to do our course requests, and I was like, hey, like, when are you available to meet? And he was just like, well, when are you available to meet? And I was like, Tuesday. And he was like, I'm not Tuesday, Thursday. And he was like, okay, 9 o'clock Thursday. And I was like, okay. And this was all in the span of an hour. So yeah, they're pretty good at responding. Yeah, if you need to talk to them, like, if it's really urgent, you could always like go at the end of a class or like go early to a class if they're there. Like, they're pretty good with all that.
I personally have not been to any professor's office hours, so probably should change that.
Also, those help sessions and stuff for tests, go to them. They help a lot.
Review sessions?
Yes, review sessions, help sessions, all of that for tests. They help a lot. Practice tests, practice quizzes, do all of that. That helps so much. You may even have questions from the practice tests that end up on your actual test.
Okay, for the last question, we're just going to sum up what everything is about. And this is going to be basically the most important question. I lost it.
I lost it.
What can I expect my freshman year of college to be like?
Wow.
Impressive. I think, okay, I said this in my vlog earlier.
The one that you haven't put up yet?
No, the one I recorded today.
So the one you haven't put up yet?
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay.
Maybe lose my train of thought. Oh, I said just make sure you know yourself, so you know that if you're not being who you want to be, that you can change it or do something about it before it gets too out of hand. That would be probably my number one rule. Not rule. Why do I keep trying to say rule? Number one tip about like entering college is to know yourself and know your emotions and how you feel, and like, oh wait, this isn't me. And to have friends, so like my friends from home or anything that was like, hey, you need to get your stuff together. Like, what are you doing? I think that's important because you might lose yourself and you might need to be reeled on back in. You can expect to not, if you are a straight A student in high school, you can expect to not get all straight A's.
I'm telling you already.
We both have experience with that. And it'll hit you hard at first. You're like, what is a C? What is a D?
Don't set your expectations like too high. Like if you have like a 4.0 right now, she may drop down to a 3.0. Like, yeah.
Just be prepared for it. I mean, yeah, some kids can come in with get all A's. Like, more power to you. But
it's really about like time management.
You just have to know that it's different than high school.
More tedious.
Yeah, especially the VTech classes. They are
VTech classes. It'll get you every time.
Just for a reason. I actually did okay in Chem Lab. I ended it with a B.
That paper.
You have any advice for freshman year?
Don't set your expectations too high. Like she said with like the grades thing. Like you may come in and you're like, oh, I got this. Like my siblings went to college. They told me like what it's going to be about. And then you get there and you're like, wow, like my freshman experience is like completely different from theirs. I don't know what to do. There's all these different people that I don't know. There's all the activities that people are telling me to sign up for. Like for, what was it, Gobblerfest? I don't know. Yeah, Gobblerfest. It's basically like this thing that we have in September. It was on my birthday, which is September 8th. But yeah, we have it at the drill field, and it's basically like all the clubs and activities come out. And
it was on your birthday?
Yes. That's why I couldn't go home. Yeah. All the clubs. You were there.
I know. That's why I don't remember it being your birthday.
Wow.
Like, I know your birthday was in September,
wow.
But I don't remember the two. Okay, continue.
Canceled. Anyway, it's like where all the clubs and activities come out, and they're basically like advertising themselves. But yeah, you may have like all these activities and stuff that you like signed up
Sororities
for.
come out.
Yeah, and sororities and fraternities. Like they come out and you have like all these things that you signed up for, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like I have all this homework done, but I have like this meeting at this time and this day, and then I have this meeting right afterwards, and then I have to eat and go to the gym and all this other stuff.
You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to go to the gym.
If you're like me, yes. And then you have like all this other stuff, and you're like, I don't know what to do, man. You just need to like take a step back, breathe, get your priorities in order, because you're here not to make friends, which is, it's nice, but like that's not why you're here. Not to like join activities and
stuff.
You're
here to get that degree.
Yes, that's the main point. You're here to get your degree and get out, and then if you want to go back to school, but if not, then like go in the workforce and do what you gotta do. Like that's why you're here, man. You can't lose sight. You can't lose sight.
But it's also good to have friends, because
these are the people that you meet for life. Well, I mean, not meet for life, but like they stick with you for life.
Yes. You need someone to go through it with you. Like,
people to struggle with.
And that's a big one. Okay, so we had a little mishap, but we're back.
I can't talk.
A technical difficulty.
Thank you.
We had a typical difficulty here, ladies and gentlemen, but we're back. I think we're just saying, like, know yourself, have your priorities in check. Get your work done, get that degree, and get out of here. Go back home. Or go live on your own.
That's the take-home message. Get that degree, work, get out, grind till
you can't grind anymore.
Yeah, grind as hard as you possibly can.
And do what you love. If you don't love what you're doing, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
And on that note,
change your major 20 times if you want to. Do what you gotta do. Find yourself.
And on that note, we're out.
Bye.